Hey, good evening, everybody. How are you doing? So, what we're going to talk about today is a hearing that's taking place that has to do between the person who's suing Sidney Powell and the person that Sidney Powell is having to countersue. This dealing is with the fax machine people um, who actually are involved with the 2020 people picking process. She had made allegations about the process of to what and how they practiced, and they were extremely upset and said that it caused disruptions in their business. So they're suing her for defamation, and for like I think it's like $1 billion or something. It's something way out there. Anyhow, there's a hearing that went on. Uh, don't hold me to it, but it was yesterday. So I caught a repeat of it, and so I didn't catch the whole thing because they're still kind of going on, and I'm at work, so I'm just kind of touching on what I've seen from the beginning. At the beginning of the hearing, the person who is the person's attorney. Okay, so I have to code this, so it's going to be difficult. The fax machine guy that is suing, his attorney is representing him, and he is moderating what can be asked and not asked. But at the beginning of the hearing, the guy who was asking the person at the fax machine company, okay, and I'm going to quote this, because of your prior history, we have to ask you this question because of your prior drug history. So that went on record, that he has a drug history. That's on record. He quoted, "Are you under any influence of any substance right now?" And the guy was like, "No." "Are you under the influence of alcohol?" "No." Of course, it was neat to be able to know that. I hate this mufflers. Okay, that's gone now. So so that was neat to see that come out in that hearing because of the fact that we're learning a little bit about this guy, and apparently from other posts that he's made on his own Facebook, which I'm getting ready to talk about, he's an unhinged character. He does some weird stuff, and he's into some weird things. This dude's got tattoos. I got tattoos, but I'm just going to give you a little bit of a history because you got some people who are. I have tattoos, so don't no hating on that, but when you combine to some of the things that were brought up in the hearing about his post on Facebook about his allegations, he was openly talking about it. So he even answered questions to New York Times, and so a judge even granted the hearing to be able to inquire about the statements that were made to New York Times, and his attorney was evading it, very very evasive. Then on top of that, the person who did the uh, fax machine software had made posts on Facebook. Well, he was backtracking all that. He wouldn't read his post. He said, "I can't read all that," because the reason why is because it was extremely damning evidence, even against himself, and it lays out a good character structure. And then it goes on to some other statements made. So right now, as it's looking, they are blowing the case apart for the fax machine people, just blowing it out the water. It's a no contest for Miss Sidney Powell. So we're gonna send a lot of love her way because she was the driving force behind this. And then on top of that, let's see here. I got a little bit. Oh, and a little update. My Biden notes. Laughing at me about my Biden notes, but I'm trying here. We working, and I'm gonna bring you stuff. And the reason why I might be a little bit behind other people is because sometimes I like to watch the scenery because sometimes you might um, miss something or something may change. And in this case, something changed. Last night, I did a video about the 300 people choosing applications that were shredded by Fulton County employees that were fired. This happened yesterday. Well, come to find out, I was off a little bit on that number. It was like thousands got shredded in Fulton County, and of course, Rathensperger is all about getting the DOJ in there, and I'm kind of like, y'all are going to be like, "Why didn't you do this before?" But trust me, we've got movement in the water, and I'm watching the Sidney Powell litigation take place. It's on hold right now, and so I'm working on some other cars, and so I'm gonna do my best to catch up with everything, and we're gonna see what happens. Definitely, God is in control, and we've got a lot of really good stuff happening. Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for emailing Mark Bernovich. We don't need to stop now. We're going to need to keep supporting these people, and sending love as much as we can, and put pressure on the ones that we need to. And then another quick note, up there in Wisconsin, I'm catching up some stuff right now. There's a rally going on in Wisconsin. I talked about that. A 45 rally is taking place right now as we speak in Wisconsin. Right Side News Broadcasting is covering it, and they'll probably have it recorded, so if you miss it, you can catch it. But it's a rally, and they're starting up last I heard, they're going to be doing an integrity tour. It's not named integrity tour, but I've got to word things real carefully. But that means that they're going to be touring the whole state, and they're going to be bringing caravans of people and getting the word out by blockchain media, because of the mainstream media's inability to do their job. So lots of good news about Sidney Powell, and lots of good news on our side. Keep fighting. Do it with integrity, intelligence, and dignity. And we've got nothing. Oh, and don't forget, the main deal is God is in control. And if we can put all those things together, we're going to do it. Thank y'all very much.